How is it going, ladies and gentlemen? We are back one last time for now. It is time for probably the last BBTAG podcast before Smash Ultimate. If not, it is the last.
This is your host, Keto.
Sonic here, and it's finally time. I just can't believe this happened so fast.
After all the fun, the ups and downs, even that god-awful GA torture.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. I might actually just edit in the picture, like, the screenshot editing you did there, because that was just beautiful.
Yes.
That basically summed up the last podcast, but now we are in the online lobby, although hide is outside of the walls due to a bit of a glitch you can do. It's not hard to do, it just requires a lot of patience. Patience I don't even have. And yes, he is dancing outside the walls. Anyway.
That's right, because it's adorable.
For our final BBTAG podcast before Smash Ultimate, we are going to be giving our full thoughts on BBTAG itself. So we won't be having any games until maybe the very end.
Yeah.
But, that said and done, I think it's best we start with the single-player aspects.
The single-player aspects is indeed truly the most greatest thing of BBTAG.
Honest to God, no it isn't. There are still some lacking things about it, but we'll discuss those when we get to that. I think we may as well start with the one thing that they refused to let us stream, probably because Atlas had something to do with it. The episode mode.
Yeah, episode mode. Well, to be fair, Arc System, I kind of understand what Arc System said about no recording.
No streaming in except for like the first couple chapters.
Yeah, good.
But I'm gonna be honest with you here, my guy. I guarantee you that's probably because Atlas had something to do with it. But I don't think they realized something. They tried to do the same thing with Persona 5. You see how well that ended?
Well, Persona 5, Atlas do realize what they do, but at the same time, I understand what you're going through, because we don't want anyone who's streaming the game.
We don't want any spoilers, I get what you're getting at, but if they don't want spoilers, then they don't have to watch the streams, plain and simple. That's kind of my argument anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But you want to know what's actually really amusing? When you're in the episode mode, your screen capture function is locked out.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually locked out from you completely. The only way you'll be able to get screenshots from the episode mode, like, screenshot cinematics, is by going into the gallery mode.
Where you do the gallery.
That's the only place where you can do it. I'm not making this up.
Screen cap each endings of Persona, Under Night, Ruby.
Oh god. Can we just talk about, like, our overall verdict on episode mode in general? I would honestly say it's decent for what it is. It's nothing like a usual BlazBlue story, I will give it that. But at the same time, if you're looking for something deep and immersive, you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah. Even though the Access kept the decision for in BlazBlue.
Also, I would recommend, by the way, Hyde, slightly adjusting the camera every now and then to avoid getting booted.
Yeah,
No, you don't have to move around, you just have to adjust the camera.
okay.
Yes, we don't have to go for that one, but again, episode mode in general is decent, I would say. Again, it's nothing amazing, and you want to know what's really funny? Arxis said it was 10 hours of gameplay. That is a complete lie. I did the whole thing in 5 hours on my first playthrough.
Took a break from it for a few hours, saying hop back on. Well, actually, so I was struggling on getting the second ending of BlazBlue. Like, okay.
Did you finish every single ending at this point, or...
Oh, that's completing episode one. What do you mean?
No, did you get all 7 endings, including the 4 from episode BlazBlue? let's not spoil that one right now. Let's not spoil anything in case anyone hasn't seen it yet. But have you gotten all, like, 100% completion in episode Blaze Blue?
Oh, yeah.
Then we're good. You have everything. Because that's, like, the only way you can tell for sure if they have everything is if you have 100% completion in that. But that's beside the point.
At the same time, I still like the aspect of Blaze Blue's decision rub for the character.
But they only do that for episode Blaze Blue, which is kind of weird, but oh well.
It's Blaze Blue, you expect.
I will say this, though. Best ending in the game, Persona 4's ending.
Oh, God.
Well, I don't want to spoil it because it's so good.
It's so fucking funny.
It's just a giant what the hell is going on. It makes no sense and I fucking love it. It's the closest thing we get to a gag reel ending in this game.
No, best ending is Under Night. Changed my mind.
And the other ending is dope as hell, but the Persona 4 one is just amazing for how funny it is.
I'm not gonna lie, but it is funny as hell.
The Ruby ending is like your pretty much your bog standard ending. Like, it's nothing special, but it's just there. Although again, I would like to point out the fact that Ruby's inclusion in this game only references the initial 4 trailers in the first 2 volumes. Arxis is trying to tell us something here.
They're not using, forgive me for this, but they're not using Volume 3 or Volume 3 through 6 yet. They're only using Volume 1.
They're not using Volume 3 through 6 in general, except for the soundtrack. Well, except for, like, Volume 6's soundtrack wasn't used, because at the time Volume 6 wasn't out yet.
They use Volume
3 through 5, the only ones they reference for that is the soundtrack, as far as I'm aware, which, thank God, because that's, like, the only things about those volumes that I still say are consistently good.
Yeah.
Because I can say this, as much as I don't care for Ruby anymore, I will say that even nowadays, that soundtrack is still godlike.
Yeah. But also at the same time, they're just pop out of the boundary.
You basically said screw the boundary and you're back in the walls.
Oh yeah, I was like, the boundary, like, he's too good. Let me just send her back out. You see this kiosk right here?
Yes, we are actually in the online lobbies for once.
These kiosks are how am I gonna put this into words that can be good for it? Two players can be on it, no more than or two, no more less.
One per side, and I will say this about the online lobbies when it comes to the kiosks. From what I understand, player 1 seems to get stage priority, so if you're over here, you seem to get stage priority.
Player 1 always gets stage priority.
From what I understand, I've had rare occasions where that wasn't the case, but still. Also, I will say this about these online lobbies. They can hold up to 64 per lobby level, and there's 10 lobby levels per lobby. Well, for the initial 3. There's also the newbie lobby, which I'm actually going to leave this one for a brief second so I can show it off.
Okay. I'll do it here.
But yes, just to look into this for a second. With the newbie lobby, if your color square is a yellow, orange, or a pink square, you are unable to access it. Case in point. Ranked lobbies, they do count as ranked matches, but if you're anything Master 5 or higher, the only lobby you can go into is Ranked Lobby Infinite. Because you have Bronze 10 through 1, Silver 10 through 1, Gold 5 through 1, Diamond 5 through 1, Master 5 through 1, Challenger, Kishin, which is the highest I ever got.
Destiny King, Ruler.
No, Ruler is next, and then Destiny King. I don't know if there's anything higher than that, though. But with that shown off, I'm going to get back in the lobby, and I am going to refresh. Pardon hide there. What just happened? Oh my god, you got back out. How? Alright, I'll be right. Getting back on point. Yeah. It's time to discuss probably one of the most important things about the single player. Tactics mode.
Is your best friend.
If you're new to the game, top priority right there. It doesn't quite teach you absolutely everything you can do with these characters, but that's where lapping things on your own comes in. After all, what's the fun of actually, like, figuring out everything just through that? Lab things out for yourself.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the main prospect on.
But yeah, the single player aspects of this game, I'd say they're plentiful, but let's talk about probably one of the aspects nobody uses. Except for Hyde here, because he's a madman.
Survival mode.
Yes, the survival mode.
It's also a great way of training.
That's what we have training mode for, you fool!
Hey, you learn what on the go.
Well, you learn it on the go. I actually lab things, but that's beside the point. But survival mode, I will say this about survival mode. After a good 10 to 15 wins, the AI starts to cheat like a motherfucker.
And that's how I got 23 wins.
People have actually gotten hundreds upon hundreds just with Yukiko.
Because Yukiko is
The goddamn healing.
Anyway, for maybe this was cross like battle. I wouldn't say this. It's also the point where
There is one other thing I will say that I do like about tactics mode though. For every single like completion star you get for tactics mode, you get 5,000 in-game money for free. Money is not hard to grind up if you do that. Trust me.
yeah.
It's really easy to get absolutely everything in the game's item shop just by doing the tactics mode alone.
So survival.
Survival, not so much, because let's be real, nobody really uses survival mode for anything.
Except for me.
You're the only person here who does that, and I kind of feel sorry for you. But anyway, to get back into the single player, there is one other thing that I swear to you, if you're gonna learn to be good at this game, you might want to do this a lot: the replay theater.
Yeah, the replay theater does help you a lot. Trust me, I use it sometimes to see where I messed up on and see what I do.
Okay, that is actually something I do want to talk about for a brief moment. If you're ever wondering what you're doing wrong in a game, the very first thing you should do outside of asking advice from your opponent, watch your replays.
Yeah.
Especially watch the ones where you end up losing. I know it's hard for a lot of people. It's even hard for me at times, trust me. But yeah, that is a crucial thing. Watching your replays can just save your ass multiple times over.
It also comes up with new ones. Will you stop falling on the ground?
You realize I can do that on purpose, right?
I know.
Like so.
No, I do it better than you.
No, that's everyone's reactions to Ruby becoming Penny's friend in Volume 1. What? I'm not wrong. It actually was.
Oh, look, I'm a paper.
Yes, you are, but we're getting off topic. Anyway, again, I can't stress this enough. Watch your replays.
Yeah, and also, getting back on topic of ski, like I said, only 2 people can get on it.
And we'll demonstrate this at the very end because, yeah, we might actually get in a proper game, like a proper set. Because the online lobby sets work a little bit differently than room matches.
Yeah, when the person wins the first round, there's only 2
You
options.
can rematch if you're so inclined. This is not like a room match where you immediately just get booted back to the actual screen. You can choose to go right back in, but it's a best of 3, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, and also, I'm pretty sure everybody's wondering the color underneath the name.
Those square colors, I'm just going to put it bluntly. From what I understand, all they justify is a win-loss ratio. They don't matter for shit.
They don't matter. But
I know some really good light blues, although they purposefully got light blue just to screw with our heads, as usual. There are those kinds of people who will do that for the fun of it, though. But nonetheless, getting back on topic. Those mean nothing. The Challenger and Master 5 ranks mean nothing because ranked mode is kind of dead at this point. It wasn't always this dead, but I mean, like, this time it's actually completely dead. It was somewhat alive back in the day, but that's beside the point. It was alive before Nintendo Switch Online happened, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. But at the same time, if it, for real, it does matter about win-loss ratio of rank, of power rank, you only get, if you get 10 wins, of similar...
No, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's like you have to have like a higher win-loss ratio than the threshold, but then you have to fight against somebody who has a higher square than you and has a higher square the same one as you and actually win.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes. Do not quote me on that offhand. Yes.
It's like a 50-50% chance of winning or losing.
Well, that might be matchup dependent.
Yeah, but if you face a caller who's new to the game,
They're always going to be a white. They will eventually change to a light green over time. Like, after a few games, they automatically just start getting in the actual color ranks. But whites are always the ones who are new.
yeah. Usually you end up bullying the new kids. Feel bad.
Well, here's the thing. They're the ones who come up to me, not the other way around. But that's beside the point. Let me actually get off of Yuzu for a second here, because, like, I did play a little bit of Yuzu off recording.
It's cool. I'm gonna check shameless plug into shameless.
Don't go for any sort of shameless plugs here, please.
Oh god, I mean that's stupid.
But to get back on point with the online lobbies, in the beta they were kind of unstable, but as of the full game, they work perfectly.
Yeah, and also
I've been in every single lobby that I could be in, and it works great.
you really get a lot of things.
Unfortunately, especially around this time we're recording, you rarely get any players half the time because, again, the online for this game is kind of, like, losing interest because of Nintendo Switch Online. Lost a lot of players because of Switch Online. That's beside the point. Because apparently they don't want to pay just $20 for a full year. But that's a topic we won't be discussing. Anyway, I will say this about the online functionality. If you couldn't tell from all those room matches, 99% of the time it plays great.
But when you go online, it starts lagging like shit.
Like, the online function's great. A lot of it comes down to your connection, though.
Yeah.
The online netcode is spectacular, and this is honestly one of the best onlines for a game that I have seen in years.
Yeah. And plus, in this game, you can do a lot of emotes, like so.
Yes, there are a lot of emotes in this game. Like, there's a total of 6, 12, 18, 24, I think here's the numbering here, 30, 36, 39, 41 emotes in-game at the moment. A bunch of different motions you can do. So, quite a few set phrases, so you do have at least some things you're guaranteed to have, like, in the lobby itself. Or you can actually type on the keyboard.
Shake of the head, the wave, the bow.
Can we not do that for a second here? Because I'm actually going to demonstrate the keyboard typing. And yeah, I'm sorry, I have to.
I'm gonna do this as well, cause fuck you, that's why.
Alright, in the meantime though, while you're doing that, I'm going to refresh. Yes, I had to do that. All I'm going to say is, watch the last podcast, you will understand why, and you will also see us suffer a lot.
No regrets.
No regrets, but at the same time, never again.
Hashtag make GA truthful.
Same damn thing, really, but Jesus Christ. But we're getting off topic. We are actually getting off topic.
GA is focused. Oh my god, GA is useless.
I I will say this, though, about the fact that money isn't hard to come by in this game. As you can see, I have over 6 million and no way to use it.
I have like 25. I have like 2,500,300.
And no way to use it.
Exactly.
That is one of the biggest downsides to this game, I feel. I feel like if you could have bought characters with in-game currency, much as I hate to bring it up, SF5, that is one thing I will admit they did get right, even though it was way overpriced. Yes, like if you could actually buy characters individually through the in-game currency. That, I think, would have been amazing. Like, it would have given us a reason to actually use, like, what mass amount of money we racked up. And, hell, we could even use it on continues in survival mode. It would give us a reason to have something. You do realize I can do it on purpose, goddammit, but that's beside the point. Yeah, there's a lot of free expression. I will say that there's a lot of censorship with these, thank God, but at the same time, sometimes the censorship can really screw you over when you're trying to say something.
Yeah, because you only get like
30 character limit, I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Although, you may be wondering why my name is cut out a little bit there. That's because, for whatever reason, the Switch has a 10 character limit for account names, when the Wii U had 14, but we are getting off topic here.
Yeah, but anyway,
one other amazing thing about this game, and I'm going to have to leave a lobby again to show this off, is that you do have English and Japanese language, but the cool part about it is it took a page from Ultra Street Fighter 4. Dual audio. You can literally freely select the audio across the board. So you can choose Japanese Rangna with English Jin, but why would you ever go off of English Rangna? It is too good.
I might go with Japanese Ruby.
Most people will use Japanese Ruby if only because they find the English voice annoying. But contrary to popular belief, I prefer English Ruby.
Really?
Yes, I actually do prefer English Ruby. But just to kind of show what I mean, just to show that the dual audio thing does exist. Oh, I'm in the wrong lobby.
I only kept it Hakuin in Japanese because he sounds more badass like that.
I was in the wrong lobby for a second. Hold on, I'll be right with you. Yeah, that's a natural instinct just to go straight to, like, lobby 1-1 because that's usually the easiest one to get to it these days. Back then, though, it was full as hell.
Exactly. Like, no way to get in.
Again, I blame Nintendo Switch Online, but whatever. Oh, there you are. Shall we demonstrate the dual audio for a second?
I'll do it with the language settings.
Uh-oh, that's where you were.
Yeah.
Neat little detail, you can tell when your opponent is confirmed ready when their avatar starts throwing punches.
What these hands? Or these chibi hands?
Well, if it's Tiger, it's catch these big boy hands, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Or Wald, but we're getting off topic. You know what I would love to see, though? Actual plushes of the chibi avatars.
Yes. Even the Hide and Ruby chibi avatars. I want those.
Give me Yang, give me Lene, give me Noelle, because Noelle's the cinnamon roll here. Yuzu. Chie, of course. Igus, because, well, Igus is amazing.
Labyrinth.
You can take Labras, because we don't have the alternate color to reference Lambda. Damn.
Did you really just mess with the Japanese series for
The only one I ever changed is Lene, because I don't know why. I just like that one just about as much. I kind of prefer the English one a little bit, but this one's really good in its own right.
I'm debating on choosing either setting for either Hide or Ruby for Japanese. Yes, that happened.
How's that for a happy birthday? And a lot of fucking slowdown.
Ow, ow. Will you stop that? What? What? Come again? No, 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 no. Ow.
But yes, you can set whatever characters you want to be English or Japanese. Again, this is something that Ultra Street Fighter 4 did as well.
Run back. Get that run back.
Well, this gives us a chance to demonstrate proper sets.
Instead of having us go back to the room matching.
Actually, let me go ahead and turn this up a little bit. So that since we're actually doing an actual game, I can actually show this.
Yeah. Instead of taking it back out to the online lobby, it resumed where you could have left off.
Yeah, the unfortunate fact of the matter, though, although you won't be able to tell like the stage priority thing because we both have ours set to training.
Yeah, let's say I have a different stage on random.
We will get in like one more set like at the tail end, but I will say this: there's only one particular track that I find it fitting to end things on, but you'll know what it is soon enough.
Will you stop? No, no. Freedom, bully, Ruby. Really?
Yes, I dropped the loop on purpose because I knew you had burst on deck. But yes, this was a good demonstration of dual audio.
Yeah.
I can do that shit, you know, don't mess with me.
No, no. Come on.
This should be death.
God. Why? Why you do this to me?
Because it's Lene.
Is this because of Japanese Ruby or Japanese High? Is that it?
I don't know.
Hold up.
But yeah, this would be a good time to refresh now that we've demonstrated the dual audio. But honestly, I love that they put it in this game.
You see how my TV avatar was moving side to side? That's based on quote change my audio.
No, he literally left the kiosk and then literally walked right back. I'm pretty sure that's a Switch only thing. But right, I'm gonna wait in the center for a bit and refresh while he goes and does whatever he needs to do. Let's get back on point now that we've actually demonstrated that.
Yeah.
One thing I will say though with the training mode, actually, if you look closely, I'm actually gonna select a song for a second. Go to Heartful Cry, you may notice something.
I'm gonna put my next no sisters because what the fuck not?
No, go to Heartful Cry for a brief moment, you may notice something.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're gonna see it, but there's a huge typo.
Don't they mean heart?
There's only supposed to be one L, and they haven't fixed that yet.
Why is there an extra? Why?
I don't know.
Why is there an extra F?
Don't ask me, I ain't got any clues.
Okay.
There's supposed to only be one L. But getting back on point, we've demonstrated the dual audio. We've shown off the lobby system pretty well.
Best track ever of Butter Night. Big subscriber Sky High. Cheers, I'm Thunder One. Well, actually, hold up. I was down bad one, but I was gonna
Set your age to something different.
This is gonna be on for demonstration.
Watch us still get training stage for the one time that we don't get player 1 stage priority.
One time we already did it, and at the same time. But if you could, since your battle stages are random, it varies on which one to get depending on which situation.
I will say this. There is one stage in this game that you cannot access online. Forbidden Gate.
Forbidden Gate, yeah. Can I get Forbidden Gate?
Online, anyway. It is playable offline, but not online, which is a shame because it looks so good. But there you go.
Cool. The best soundtrack.
Okay, proof of concept. I have Hyde and Ruby set to English on my end. Yet his is set to Japanese. Because of this, we're hearing Japanese Hyde.
We're the same thing, but in different language. Why? What did the book fail me? The book failed me! Why did the book fail me? No. Stop it. Yeet. Oh, that was bullshit.
Completely unintended, mind you, but it was beautiful.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. That was just unintentional. Shit. That's oh shit.
Overkill? Yes. Do I care? No.
But if you wonder why we're saying happy birthday, it's because
The terminology for happy birthday comes from the Marvel vs. Capcom series. If you catch 2 characters in one combo, it's a happy birthday. However, although you can't do it in this game, if you catch 3 in one combo, it's a Merry Christmas. So, there you go.
oh god.
But yeah, as demonstrated, you saw earlier that I did have English Ruby set and English Hyde set. But since he has them in Japanese, and he's the one playing them, we'll be hearing Japanese Hyde from his end. Likewise, if I were to play Hyde, we'd be hearing English.
Yeah. Usually I make my characters' voices Japanese English, but at the same time it's also a good thing for me to just
Japanese once in a while. Some people actually prefer the Japanese voice for Ruby because it isn't so high-pitched, but to be honest, I prefer English Ruby.
because it's high pitched.
No, it's more just because it brings out what I liked about Ruby in Volume 1. That's beside the point.
Are you talking that? No.
Oh god. This is about to suck.
No.
Shit, I dropped it.
No, none of that shit. Where are you?
Nice. I could have swore I told you not to always do that.
Ow, no, ow, and that is, no.
Right as I go for Kuga. This shouldn't be death.
Good.
Barely.
Ow. Yeet. That's it, hide. No. Ow.
Smack. Yeah, I know we said we wouldn't be doing a lot of games, but this is just for demonstration purposes.
Yeah.
Demonstrating the dual audio, the whole stage priority thing, what have you. Yeah, pardon hide there.
I'm sorry, but Snow Sisters is so fucking catchy.
It's so soothing, but that's beside the point.
It's soothing and yet amazing.
Alright, we've demonstrated that. I think we can safely say, like, again, you can tell we're in the online lobbies, but the online plays great most of the time. Like, it's amazing.
I'm giving my BTAG Snow Sisters.
Hey, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. But yeah.
But as demonstrated, the online function's really good. Also, pardon.
The reason why I'm saying good game, because it was a good game. I'm not gonna lie.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie about that one either. I kind of dropped the Kuga combo, sadly, but whatever.
And you got in the Tailbreaker cut your Kuga.
No, but see, he came one. Like, I dropped the freaking JA, but that's beside the point. For those wondering exactly what we're talking about, we're using, like, the number pad notations that are commonly used in anime fighters.
It's also the reason why we tell what we did wrong is how it also you know what you do next time. We're not trying to do it again.
But also, I will say this. One of the key things about this game that a lot of people don't realize, watch for player habits.
Like when people start jamming DP, it's like, oh wait, this guy's gonna do normal attack. Here, let me just DP. But the opportunity started DPing on guard, you're like, oh. Shit.
You're screwed. You're royally screwed and probably even dead, but that's beside the point. But in general, I think we've demonstrated most of what we can about this game. So, we're going to refresh and give our overall final verdict.
Like ratings.
Yep. Alright, there's a lot I can say that I haven't already said, but what's your overall take on the game, Hyde?
My overall is, Blaze Blue is such a great game.
Blaze Blue's always been a fantastic series just to play in general, and this game is no exception.
Even though people are starting to take the hang of it, I hope our podcast can also teach you but the mechanics and all that good stuff.
And not only that, but there's a lot we've talked about, and for a damn good reason, because there's a lot we can discuss with this game, and even though we are kind of running out of ideas for the moment, we want to hear some stuff from you guys about your overall opinion on this podcast. But we're getting off topic here. BBTAG in general. Like, for me, I came into this not knowing the first thing about how to play Blaze Blue.
Me during a Blaze Blue since like I've already grew accustomed to it.
Now, if you are coming in from, like, the source games, I will admit muscle memory will get you killed. But once you look past that, this can be a lot of fun to do in the play. In general, there's a reason I will say that I consider this one of my favorite games of all time. This is, as of right now, my favorite fighting game of all time, and Smash Ultimate is going to have a lot to live up to. I will say this much, though. The one thing I will say about this game that I genuinely do dislike is how rushed for Evo it was. And if we're talking about complaints with the game itself, I don't have too terribly many. Most of it is just balance issues, but that's beside the point.
Also, it's for me too. I'm glad that I find the online lobbies where friends to find this Sonic Smash Bro.
Yeah, we all came together through this game.
People and they will help you.
It's like I will say, just because I major in one team doesn't mean I don't have multiple characters.
Because you major in one game, doesn't mean you're so bad at. So all these people who major in other fighting games, they know what to do.
No, just because I major in one team with this game doesn't mean I don't play multiple characters. I know how to use a good chunk of the cast.
I know pieces of the cast. Of different classes.
Don't ever ask me to teach you stuff about new because I cannot new for shit.
Oh, man.
Only a small handful can, I will say that, but we're getting off topic. But in general, for me, there is a reason I consider this one of my favorite games of all time. There's a lot of stuff about it that's just super fun, and it is jank as hell, I'm not gonna lie. In fact, should we show off probably one of my favorite examples of this?
What are we doing?
We're about to go flying.
Oh, God.
We should definitely show off probably my favorite example of this, because it's so jank and yet I love it.
Are we talking about...
All I have to say is Gordeau. Yeah, there's a lot of jank in this game. Most of it you're only going to ever do if you're doing things for fun. But if you find a lot of stupid shit with this game, it can be really fun to just explore a lot of the bizarreness. Put it to you this way, I know for a fact we haven't found everything janky about this game yet. Yes, we are. And like, have any of you guys seen, have you seen like Clash videos for BlazBlue in general? They are a spectacle, I will say that. Oh my god, we have to do this. Whatever one you do for the universal overhead. Yeah, he's probably gonna laugh his ass off because this is too funny. And for the record, this is a trick you can do in Under Night as well if you really wanted to go there. He's using Roman Torchwick and Sun Wukong. Yes, this is Sun Wukong, not Jean. No, I know you get it. It's just that there's a lot of people who will tell me that it's Jean. Oh, I forgot we weren't playing for real. Make sure you're slightly airborne before you do it. And don't go mashing it when you don't see the clash frame. Just be ready to react. Dude, back it up. Back it up a little. Right about there. Let's do this. No, we're too far away now. Right there. You see, I always make sure I'm hitting up. Most of this is gonna get cut out, by the way.
Yeah.
We had it. Now you're too far away. Right about here. There we go. And yes, you can literally go off the screen. This is basically a Dragon Ball Z battle at this point. And yes, you can keep going forever.
Fuck it.
It was beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's one of those situations where I will actually use the Stone Clone.
That's fucking Beyblade. But it's so fucking cool. That's it.
That wasn't a counter hit. You could have blocked that. And you're not going to time that correctly.
Ow.
But yes, I just did the Invincible Grim Reaper setup and you just had to deal with it.
It just took it hard. Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing that one again. We're just doing that just to show off the stupidity.
We're not doing the GC Crash again.
We just did that to show off like how jank this game can get at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, that said, we've basically shown off all the jank. Not all the jank, of course, but we've shown like how janky this game can get. We've shown basically everything we can. I'm gonna say this now. This is still one of my favorite games of all time, for a good reason. It's just a lot of fun to explore so much stupid shit with this. And I know for a fact we haven't seen everything. But if I were to give a full rating on this, easily a perfect 10. What's your opinion on this before we refresh?
Honestly, I just got full of GC Crash. Oh my god, that was too funny. I was looking at my
While Hyde recollects his thoughts for a second, I'm gonna refresh. Alright, now that you've recollected your thoughts for a second, what's your final rating on this?
My final rating will be the 10 out. Well, I'm not gonna be lenient or give my unbiased opinion, but since I love Blaze Blue since probably sure, I give it a solid 10 out of 10 because
For me, this game lives up to some of the hype that a lot of the hype that it got. I guess some people will be pissy that it's like it's too simplified, it's not real Blaze Blue. But for me, so long as you understand like how to get around that, then this is a really fucking amazing game. It's well made. A lot of the character mechanics were implemented very well. Naoto's fate counters in particular, I think were a little bit crazy, but that's the fun of it all. It's just how crazy this gets. But with that said, since we are wrapping up this podcast before Smash Ultimate, what do you say we wrap things up like old times?
oh hell yeah, like old times.
Let's do this.
And also, if you guys don't know what song is gonna be played,
Dude, Dude, there's only one way you can wrap up a podcast season. I'm sorry.
oh, all of the hype.
Yes, all of the hype, and I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with us on that. But, yes. Anyway, to get back on point, just to wrap things up before Smash Ultimate, before we take our break, this game is spectacular. I wouldn't say it's, like, absolutely amazing, but they brought in the series mechanics really well. They made Team Ruby very unique in their own right. And yes, I might... Actually, I think I already have it turned up enough. Just in case, I'm going to turn this up one more peg. That's your fault for not considering that I can reverse beat. Nice catch.
I know, right? I'm surprised. Dang, I didn't take any damage. What the fuck?
That was Lene doing all the work.
Yeah.
You see, this is the power of underutilized characters. Also, I may turn you up just a little bit. There we go. I think you're at maximum volume.
Alright. But, and also, if you always see our clip, this is on the third time, usually you can change it to anyone you want it to be.
You can basically change it to almost anything. The only thing I will say is I think there is censorship involved with the player cards as well.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop people from trying to get around it, though!
Here's to all the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Discord.
What have you. Like, we have a lot of things we work with, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, people make different clips, make cute.
Like, people will plug their YouTubes, their Twitch, Discord, Twitter pages, what have you. But sometimes you'll get those people who actually have something legitimate to say. I will say this, if you are planning on getting this game on and playing online, preferably don't skip intros. Nice! Smart call. Nice, good read. Kinda had to go into semblance there. I can't believe we got the show of if the sword has a hurt box.
Oh my god, that was so stupid.
We got to show the stupidity, if only I got to kill off of it. But yeah, that is basically it. We have officially wrapped things up.
Wrapped up with our podcast, our season 4 podcast.
Season 1 for the BBTAG podcast has now officially come to a close.
You know, we started like a few days ago.
Not really a few days ago, more like about a week ago, but we had a lot of ideas in the works, and we just went through with it. But in spite of things ending so quickly,
we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good run, I would say. Let's give him one more, just proper game, not a full set, just because, actually, we might not be able to finish it in time.
I think we have enough time to do a set.
If I'm fast enough in killing you, that is, but I might not be.
You should know me right now. I'm resilient.
Yeah. So, I'm going to refresh one more time once we select, and we'll give one final set, since, well, refreshing will allow us to do that. You were saying there?
I'm pretty sure people like it when we play seriously.
Exactly. It allows us for some really, like, crazy fun matchups, just because we know these matchups well by now. Hell, at this point, I feel like... You want to know something funny?
The team Narukami.
No. The fact that now that the game is kind of winding down since Smash Ultimate's coming up, some people are noticing more Linnaeus around.
I wonder if this skill will still be relevant for everybody.
Don't worry, I think it will.
I don't know what I do, but okay. Give it a loop, of course.
Corner setup.
Okay. Worth it. There's not DP there. I'm sorry.
Nice. That's gonna link. Chicken blocked.
Okay.
Overkill, yes. Do I care? No.
No.
But yeah, and like, I know a lot of people will say like these kinds of matchups are really fun to watch. Because I've seen a lot of tournament footage for this game, so I actually know some stuff. But I will say this. I really wish we would get a Linnaean tournament that really knows what they're doing. Because the very few I see are super basic, which is kind of disappointing.
And once they did people with they resort to the mains and actually
No. You want to know the joke that happened because of Evo?
Corby.
No. Oh, you lost. Now you're going to use Gordeau. No, that's actually a joke that happened through Evo. I'm not making that up.
Oh my god.
That just goes to show you how over-centralizing Gordeau actually is. But you want to know what's one of my favorite things to do in this game? Find combos that are impractical as hell, but they look sick. No. Shit. Dropped it.
No. That's probably a dead high soon. Yep.
Holy crap, I actually got it that time. You weren't risking a punish there, were you?
Not entirely, no. I said I didn't have the meter.
You could have just run up and punished it.
And risk a Divine Blade? Or the Divine Helm?
That's gonna do it.
Yeah, that's GG. I think I should be better to play with these stuff like for no reason.
Yeah, I know one thing's for sure. Okay, serious question though for you before we go for one last game.
What is it?
If I were to go to PS4 with this kind of skill, how far do you think I would get?
Square.
Because here's the thing. PS4 players are a lot better than the majority of the Switch community.
Hey, you'd be surprised.
But we're not going to be able to fit in a set, but we will fit in one more game.
Yeah.
because this is the only song that's fitting enough to end something like huge, like an EVO Grand Finals. And besides, let's face the facts, unknown actor is hype. But with that, seeing as how we're wrapping things up, well, for at least a couple of weeks, don't worry people, we will be back. Once things settle down after Smash Ultimate, we will be back.
Yeah, we'll be doing our first impression of the Smash Ultimate through...
That's something I was thinking of doing. I'm probably going to at some point. Like, of course, I'm going to get a few people with us to do that. But...
I'm not sure how to...
Oh, don't worry. I have that covered. Convert the seemingly safe pressure button. No.
you were having it. You're lucky I don't have bars for me.
Oh, my laptop battery is running low.
Try one punish. No. Okay.
That's gonna do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that said, I will say this regarding these podcasts. Regardless of the hell we went through last time, I still had a lot of fun with all this.
Yeah.
And if you think this is going to be the last BBTAG podcast for us in general, you've got another thing coming. I did not mean to accept the rematch.
I did. The ultimate is we could do one
Okay,
and
we
done
might
thing
be able to
with us.
finish it in time.
Ain't gonna cut it. You should know that.
Yeah, I know you well enough by now. Hold on. If you hear anything down here, I'm just trying to find my laptop charger. There it is. And let me just plug this in for a second. But we might be able to finish this in time.
Yeah. Also, that is my chill colors. If I use this, I'm chill. If I use color 9 for height, you know I mean business.
Don't you always mean business, my guy?
Now with this color scheme,
I'd like to point out that that somehow got the burst.
hey, that was a nice read though. I'm afraid. I gotta get Ruby out of there. Corner loop, corner court. Let's see if we can make a high comeback too. It's not gonna happen.
The active switch didn't save me. What?
Here to that.
That's it.
Yep. Eugene.
But that said, the recorder's down to 30 seconds. I do want to thank all of you guys for watching all of these podcasts. This was definitely a lot of fun for us, and we will, again, definitely be back once Smash Ultimate kind of dies down a little bit. We'll be back after a couple of weeks with a fresh mindset, new ideas. We're basically starting up Season 2 next time, but that won't be for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So until then,
I'm hyped.
Sonic here, And we will catch you guys next time, whenever that may be. Take it easy, everyone.
Yeah.